What's up, guys? So I'm about to practice some with my good friend Morgan Mays that you might know from playing the Swedish league, and we played college tennis together actually. And yeah, we're gonna hit some at the beautiful Malibu Racket Club here today. So right now it's early January 2024 and I'm fully in my preseason trying to get ready for all my upcoming tournaments. This place, Malibu Racket Club, really is one of the most beautiful tennis clubs in the world, and among other things they actually have a bit of a little chipping green here. Which I frequently love to enjoy every time I come here. And if you've been checking out my recent videos here on this channel, I managed to practice with Carousel from My Tennis HQ. I had a great practice day with the Pepperdine men's tennis team, so make sure to check out those videos if you haven't already. I've seen worse. The main focus of today's practice is a lot of point play, just really trying to get ready for my upcoming tournaments. And I'm actually leaving tomorrow for Ithaca, New York, playing a $25,000 tournament there.
How are you?
Good.
You flying off tomorrow?
Yeah, going at 11, 12 or something like that.
So you're going to New York?
So in today's practice, I really want to make sure to get my game sharp, get my body ready to go. And yeah, excited to get this practice going. So we begin with a pretty standard, just hitting up the middle, kind of warm up, just trying to get the movement ready and just swing and get the arm loose and just all that kind of just tiny stuff and dialed in, ready to go here. After a perfect finishing off shot, we move into some volleys where I play against Morgan, and we kind of have this classic thing where Morgan always tries to peg me when I'm at the net and I'm just trying to deflect and react to it. And that's always a lot of fun. Morgan really slapped the ball. But then we get joined by former Stanford alumni David Wilzcynski. Of course, he's arriving fashionably late and ready to go. So me and Morgan, while we wait for David to get ready, we end up playing a little quick little baseline game just to kind of get some movement in. Morgan is always doing a great job of just dominating, moving me around with his forehand side. And I'm just constantly just trying to go away from my forehand side. So we always kind of have a little fun cat and mouse game there. I'm constantly trying to maybe mix in some drop shots kind of like that to throw him off a little bit. But then finally David is ready to join the party, so he gets a quick little warm-up, just hitting some ground strokes, and then he moves in and just gets some volleys just to get his whole game just ready to go. Just kind of a standard little warm-up phase here. So when David's done with his warm-up, we move into a little bit of a ground baseline game that I like to play. It's called 21, and the way you play it is you play 6 points each, except for the first guy who's on the 2 side that only plays 3 points in a row first. So what happens in this game is that me and Morgan start on one side, and David is on the other side, and Morgan plays 3 points against David, and after Morgan plays those 3 points, he moves out and walks around to the other side. I'll play 3 points against David, and then David, which would have played 6 points by now, he gets out and moves over to the other side, and I'll continue. I'll play 3 more points against Morgan, so I'll play 6 points in total, and then everybody just keeps on playing 6 points in total. You keep counting together your points, and the goal is to try to get to 21 points as soon as possible. So as we begun this point play, I feel a little bit of my kind of laziness during David's warm-up carried over into the point play here, and here I feel like it's just so important to kind of be noticeable or just understand how all these small things affects everything. So during David's warm-up, I just got a little lazy. I was kind of going through the motion, hitting the ball in the court and stuff like that, and that just really carried over here. So when we get into the point play, my feet just wasn't there at all. And I was trying to play aggressive tennis, and you know, when your feet are just not there, you're just constantly kind of stepping into this one and just completely mistiming it, and just not too happy about those kind of misses right there. But here's where I think it's very important to just kind of be aware of where your flaws are a little bit. I had this issue a lot of times, and like where I just kind of, I don't know, get uninspired a little bit and then just get a little lazy, and these small details really take its toll on good players like this. So Morgan especially was really taking advantage of it. I feel like he constantly managed to get me off footing a little bit, and then just managed to be the aggressor on most points. And I got a little too far behind, and I was trying to kind of just build it up again. I noticed, you know, like just trying to exaggerate my footwork here, really trying to kind of, after hitting that slice, just making sure to be very quick getting around and getting back into it so I can get around that ball. And just those kind of small details really make a big difference. You know, here just trying to take quicker steps after I hit the shots to just make sure I get back in position and all those kind of things really make a huge difference. But at this point, I feel like it might have been a little too late, and Morgan was playing some good tennis, already gave him the kind of confidence, and I kind of lost my confidence, so kind of struggling back and forth with it, and yeah, trying to figure something out. But yeah, Morgan especially was really living up to his nickname, Captain Morgan out there. And that was all she wrote. Morgan takes down the first 21 game, and here we do that losers have to do 2 burpees. I just like to put something on the line to make sure that, you know, the people that lose, they lose, and the people that win, they win. But I was a little frustrated about losing the first one, so I really wanted the rematch, so I forced them into playing one more. And this one, I was not going to do the same mistake again and be a little lazy in the beginning, so I really made sure to be on top of it straight from the beginning, just keeping those small steps ready and just really dialing in here, not giving anything away here. Before this second set, I feel like I adjusted a lot better, just trying to be more aggressive on these guys from the first shot, just really trying to make sure my feet is there and then just being on top of it to make sure that I'm in the perfect position every time I'm about to strike the ball. But this is really where I need to keep improving. You know, as you play better and better people, you don't have many opportunities. And as soon as you just start off maybe a little lazy the first game, you get broken. And that could be all she wrote, and then the whole match, they just serve well, and you don't get any more opportunities to get into the match. So that's where I really need to just keep on working on just being dialed in from the first second that I step on the court and not from the third second. And that really just makes a huge difference in this game here. What you might see, though, that is a lot more evident, I feel like, here is that I'm using my movement a lot better. I'm doing very much more aggressive kind of like crossover steps after I hit to get back in position. That gives me more opportunities to kind of like have a little more time moving to the ball. So I'm constantly like putting myself in the best position possible when my opponent's about to strike the ball to make sure that I can, move into the ball with least amount of area to cover as possible. And that really just gives me the opportunity to be a lot more confident hitting through the balls in a much better position, and just also putting a lot more pressure on my opponents constantly here in the second set. With that, I managed to get some redemption and win the second round of the 21 game here. And of course, that gives me the privilege to watch the losers do a couple of burpees. That really just adds on to that sweet feeling of victory out there. So after some baseline points, I wanted to move into some more volley doubles oriented drills. And this one we played 2-on-1. And this game, I don't really know what you call it, but the way I play this is you start a half court, you only have half court, they have the full court. And they feed you a first volley, and you have to hit your first volley past the service line, and then it's just free play. And we count it here as games, so you just like I'm serving from one side to the other, and then we just play out the points and just play games. So we played a full set here, and a little similar to kind of the baseline game. I just started off again like just kind of slow, making these stupid errors over and over again, and just really was frustrated with myself. Just did not have the focus there that I should have, and just kept on making these bad errors, to be honest. But the same thing as in the first kind of run around, just started to to dial in more and more, try to just trick myself into having more energy, more focus, and just trying to be more positive out there, just trying to build on it. And I feel like it started to help me play better and better. And that's where I feel like the mental aspect of tennis is just so important. To try to trick yourself into being more positive, even though you're not feeling great out there. You know, just have that little extra energy, like jump around a little bit more and just not focus too much on the misses. Just try to be positive out there and just really. We also have the rule there, if you hit it short, so like you don't hit it past the service line, you just replay the point for this drill. And to be honest, it's not rocket science. You can see as soon as I started getting a little more engaged, like just a tiny bit more engaged, just quicker off that first step of my legs and just being a little more dialed in, a fork focus, it just makes a huge difference. And right away, I started to manage to turn the game around a little bit after being down a lot in the beginning. I managed to up my game and make a big comeback here. You can see how excited Morgan is to do a couple more burpees here and just get a little stronger in those legs and core and arms. So yeah, just making these guys better out here. It's kind of my second job. So after that volley drill, I warmed up some serves, and then we moved into a very similar drill that's almost the exact same. It's just that it starts off with me hitting a serve, and then those guys, I cover half the court, and then they just try to put pressure on me, kind of similar doubles drill. So great move by David there. Really just put pressure on me straight away after a good return by Morgan. But I felt like I really need to kind of establish the situation here for David. So I wanted to get him back after poaching on me like that. So really caught him by surprise with a little pancake serve there to kind of set the tone for this game going forward. And yeah, as you're going to see in this gameplay, I used the pancake serve quite a good amount, and I feel like it was working very well. And something that's very important in this drill, though, is the fact that the people that are two, they can really work on just being better at working together and taking advantage of the fact that there are two people on the court just constantly putting pressure, the guy at the net just making moves and just putting pressure and just both come to the net. And, you know, just really taking advantage of the fact that you're two people on the court, learning how to work together. It's just such an important aspect, you know, of being a good doubles player, just being a good tennis player overall, just having that court awareness. Another extra thing that we do in this drill is that the server can actually call a line whenever he wants, and that forces the returners to have to return it down the line. And this to kind of simulate if you're doing doubles play, you know, when you switch sides. So going hard with the pancake shot here. Let's see if we can try to get Morgan with the pancake serve. Got a little frustrated there with the stiff volley, but got back to confidence after hitting some good pancake serves on David again. It works a lot better, obviously, on the ad side. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun points here, just trying to get in the gameplay, just try to be aggressive and focused here. And yeah, let's see who takes this one down.
Just get it over one more time, right? Get it back. Great point, guys.
With that little cheeky volley, I finally managed to take this match down, and of course we had to finish it off with the loser doing some burpees here back again. So just imagine how strong these guys are getting from this. I mean, I just can't stress this enough. So yeah, you guys can thank me later. A huge shout out and thank you to Morgan and David for this practice. A lot of fun. So just finished off about like an hour and a half of pretty intense, good practice, and yeah, it was nice to get a little sweat going. What do you think about the session, Morgs?
Good hit. Simon brought in some great drills from Sweden to get 2-on-1 with a former Stanford player.
Yeah.
And feeling sharp.
Yeah, ready to go. Leaving for a tournament tomorrow, going to New York for 25K. Excited to go get after it, and yeah, we burned about like 1,200 calories in this session, so about to go fuel up and then get recharged for that one. But thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give it a like if you enjoyed it, and put a comment down below as well so we can push this guy to make a little comeback season on the circuit. Love to get it back on the dubs court with this guy.
Let's do it.
But thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and
see ya.
Ciao.